pushing my stand back a little bit so we have some room. Hi there. Hi, hi, hi. So I got my Halloween thing. Oh yeah, this is just a bag full of spider web. Oh, gosh. I am never going to use all this spider web in a million years. I don't think I've used it the last couple of years. But Millie will probably like it, so I'll probably string some around just for her. You know, of course. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yes, well some of these things aren't anything I really wanted to share. I had these up years ago. Those of you that have been following me for a long time remember that I bought these on Amazon, and I had them stuck around one of my displays. Anyway, they just stick on the wall. They were cool at the time. If I do them again, it'll probably be for her. Just for fun. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. I did have fun doing it. I'm not much of a Halloween person, honestly. But it is another season, I guess. And so another opportunity to create things. And so, yeah, like this is my Halloween. But no, I've got some good Halloween stuff in there. So let's see. This has been in a box now for a year, you guys. So, you know, keep that in mind. But we did make this little girl, Pratt. Her name is something Pratt. It's the only thing I can think of. But this was her. It was a printable. And I fussy cut it out, and then stuck it to a board, just a chocolate board. And I had some clay pumpkins. I cut them in half and put half of one here. I cut them in half while they were still, you know, wet. And yeah, so I think she's pretty cute. So I have that. I think I have two of these actually. Are they the same? Let's see, what does this say? I might have. What's this say? Personal use, corded and handmade finished piece. Oh, yeah. Okay, here it is. Pixie dust. Oh, no, it wasn't Pratt. It was pixie dust. Gosh, where's that? Pixie dust files. Pixie dust files. And I left this on here because you're allowed to make it, but you're not allowed to, like, sell. You're not allowed to print it to resell it, but you can make things to sell with it. So I left that on there so I knew I wasn't in trouble. So there's the same girl, just done up a couple of different ways. I really like them both. I guess I couldn't decide which one to sell, so I kept them both. So that was in my Halloween decor. So last year we tried using real pumpkins, okay? The real pumpkins, and you cut them out, you hollow them out, you do your thing like a pumpkin. Oh, it still smells like pumpkin. Of course it would, but yeah. They're hard though, it's hard. But we baked them in the oven, low and slow, and it took like all day. I want to say they were in there like 9 hours and still didn't dry out completely. So I turned it up a little bit. And at the end, I fried it. But it's still cool, and it's kind of even creepier because it is kind of burnt and black. But yeah, so I put some of my paper leaves on there, and you know, so yeah, that definitely looks like Halloween. But that was a real pumpkin. Oh, here's another one. This one I didn't cut open. It got hard, and it didn't turn quite as black. And all my papers are kind of, anyway. So there, you know, you recognize these. They're like $1 at your grocery, maybe $2 this year, who knows. But yeah, so I just put them in the oven forever, like an entire day, and then some, and got that. And then look at this thing. This one really squished, but it stayed the right color. This is what it was supposed to do, but look how much it squished. So I had cut a face out of it, and it was tall. You know, it was a good one like this, but it squished down. And so I stuffed it with this, what's this stuff called? I can't even think. Excelsior, just so you could kind of see the face, because otherwise, with nothing in it, I guess you can. I don't know which is better. Maybe it's better without the Excelsior. I don't know. I was so frustrated with them last year. But I kept it because this was the best. It's not great, but it was the closest one I could get. So there's that. All right. So that was like try number 1, try number 2. There's another one. Here's another one. Now this one was better. And so here it is. Okay, it kind of got weird, but I cut the top off, and I put the tops in to dry, but the tops got real little, so you couldn't, if you cut your top off, you couldn't set it back on your pumpkin because it really shrunk up, okay? And then I did a little thing like the tree deal. I put stuff in my pumpkin, and I have this creepy little bottle of, I don't know what's in there, but it's still liquid. But I thought that looked really Halloweenish, so I wrapped it with a little seam binding bow and put a little white pumpkin on there. And that was my best one. That was my best one. Okay, so there's that one. And we did the same little mushroom cap like I did today. Let's see. Oh, is this another one? I have another one. I really tried, you guys. I really, really tried. So this one, did I glue it? I glued it to the Excelsior. But you can see how little the lid gets. And then there's his stuffing. I really wanted it to work. I really, really did. Oh my gosh, here's another one. I'm not kidding you. And there might be another. Is this another one? Oh my gosh. I really tried. I think that's all. I can't guarantee that's all, but I think that's all. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's this one. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, it ripped. It ripped as it was, I think it started shrinking and I was trying to pull it up and it ripped. So I put the bow over top, but there's his little face, and here's his little lid really shrunk. You can see it really shrunk little. But they've got a look to them, don't they? They've kind of got a look. It was a group thing. We tried in my group and failed. You know, not everything's a win. Not everything's a win. This one's not bad. That one's not bad. He's okay. But yeah, you know, you could see I tried every which way. I tried everything. And yeah, this was the color I need. If only this one wouldn't have gotten burnt. And this one's not bad. If only it wouldn't have gotten burnt, that would have been better. But it was a fun, you know, it was a fun thing, but it was frustrating because the oven was on literally all day. Literally. So, all right. Then we've got my favorite, my little quilt, crazy quilt. So you guys know what a crazy quilt looks like, right? And so we made pumpkins out of our crazy quilts, my friend Julie and I. And this is a driftwood stem. And if you guys would like, I can show you how to do this, but super easy. And anyway, I think I got a little carried away with the seam binding because it kind of hides the quilt, and the whole point is the quilt. So I think I'm going to cut some of that back because you know me, and I love seam binding, obviously. So, and then here's a little one. So I made 3. This is a real pumpkin stem. This is a driftwood stem. And then this is a real pumpkin stem. And it's a little tiny one. So he's really cute. So we made those last year. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah. Anybody have a snake in there? I did up a big tablescape on my dining room one year, and I incorporated this in. I was watching some girl on Instagram, and I bought the snake at Hobby Lobby, and it was just too real looking. It was like black and red and all that, and so I spray painted it white to match more of my decor. It's creepy as heck, and I even put a note on the top of my Halloween box, don't forget there's a snake in here, because I don't want to scare myself to death. But yeah, I kind of know it's in there now. I'm not worried about it. That was a few years ago, and I don't think I've incorporated it in any of my makings in a while, but I kept it. I don't know. I might, you never know. We have a Halloween thing or something. Hi, you guys. You like the quilt one? Yeah, it's pretty great. So this was a paper mache Christmas tree. I didn't put a bottle on her. And then I used a big doll head and made a witch, like a happy witch, like a little sweet witch. And I thought she turned out super cute. There's a spider in her hair. She's been packed away for a year and not very well at that. So she's a little disheveled, I guess, would be a good word. But anyway, I thought she was great. And she's an old porcelain doll head, and we made a little doll out of her. I used a lid off of like a green bean can or baked beans or something, I don't know. And added old lace, and just thought she turned out really great. So there's a witch for Halloween. And then I ordered these off of Etsy a few years ago. These just lay on my, yeah, they smell like cinnamon. They're real dough, and then they've painted the inside, and then they've cinnamoned it up. But you can buy these giant cookies on Etsy. And of course they're, you know, hard as a rock, but they're really cute and to lay out on a plate in your kitchen for Halloween. So I like those. Okay, and then every year I think I'm going to do something with this. I found this really cool doorknob. It's all painted out, and I've never done anything with it, but I keep thinking I'm going to make a Halloween bottle, a spooky bottle. Because look at it. It's so Halloween, right? But I never have, so I need to do that. Maybe we'll do that this year. I don't know. Okay, then I've got all of these. Oh, look, I found another burnt pumpkin. Oh, I swear. I did try to make them cute. I tried. Sad. I'm going to try again this year. You all know I'm going to try again. Maybe I need to research a little more. I'm trying again. I'm not giving up because I really like them. I really do. I don't see any more in here. So, the year that I did the snake and the spider webs and the bats and all that, I was all trying to do a Halloween thing on my dining room table, just, you know, in my dining room and on the table and such. And so I really had, you know, I love doing bottles, right? So I wanted to do, I can't see what's happening here. What is that on there? Oh, it's just the yarn that I used. Okay. I used wax, beeswax actually, and made all of these bottles, and I love them. This is probably the only reason why I even considered doing a Halloween thing at my house, but I love how these bottles all turned out so great. I'll give you a close-up on each one. I'm just digging them all out here for now. So here's another. And here's another. I love them. We'll talk about what I put in them and all that stuff. We'll talk about all that. Here's another, but it looks like the top fell off of this one. I don't have anything in it, so it doesn't matter, but we can't have that. Let me glue this back down real quick. Sometimes that happens. I know someone's going to say something because I unloaded Christmas one year and there was so many things that come unglued that I had made, and somebody, I think it was on YouTube, really fussed about it. Like, you know, is everything you make fall apart or something like that? I don't know. It's hot glue. You know, you're packing it away for a year. And then I had just some cheesecloth that I tea stained and kind of drug around for the decor look. Let's see. Oh, those. Oh, I forgot about those. Oh, yay. I can't wait to show you those. Oh, I forgot about her too. Okay, I got a couple more things here I can show you. So, all right, let's talk about the bottles. Oh, man. Oh, I love those. Okay, you know, Halloween can be fun to do. So this one here had the top had fallen off, but this was an old spindle top, an old, you know, like finial top. Could have probably been on curtain rod, something like that. And then I've got tea-stained seam binding. I added an old coin there, and I just wrapped it with old book pages. And then you can buy these labels on Etsy. I believe I found them on Etsy. And I think they were stickers. I think I bought them as stickers and I stuck them on there. And then I took the wax and melted and dripped it all over. So I've got a little bit of tulle on there, and I covered, instead of using seam binding, I used jute. So there's one bottle, nothing inside of it. Here's another bottle, nothing inside of it, but it had that grungy, see, that's what it looked like when I bought it. So it kind of had that grungy look anyway. And so I dripped it all out with wax and added a tag that was a printable tag. Now I'm going to have to do something right here. It's ripped in storage, but it also had the an old finial and oh, whoops, that's all kind of, I've got to fluff them out, you guys. I literally just pulled them out of the box. But it looks like a Hershey Kiss type finial on the top. But anyway, so there's that one. All right, and then this one I filled with feathers, different kinds of feathers. We'd been at the beach, and I filled it with, you can see all kinds of, there's feathers in there, if you can make that out. But I thought that was kind of a creepy thing to put in there. So, and it's chloroform. It's the sticker says chloroform. And then I dripped it all out with wax. Again, just a Crafter's beeswax. I've got a big heatable plate, and we did some books with the wax, and it's really great. It's a great look, not for Halloween, but just to do. So anyway, there's my bottle full of feathers. Okay, and then probably my favorite thing to put in these bottles is these little mustard seeds. The mustard seeds, I just thought they gave it a really cool look, like there really was something in there, like medicine-ish or whatever. Like, I don't know. I just thought they were cool. It's the right color for the season and all that. So again, I got the hang tag printable, and then the sticker. This one says alcohol, and it's from Barnesville, Ohio, which is like an hour from me. That's crazy. And then this tag I had, let's see, what does it say? I am insured in the Travelers Insurance Company, Waterford identification number B25480. So it was like they must, if you had car insurance or something, you must have that, or I don't know, life insurance. I don't know. Anyway, oh no, it's not the cording I used. It's the wax. The wax itself is drippy, and when you burn it, it turns black. So that's what that is. It's wax. Okay, so it's got mustard seeds in there. This one I put tapioca in. Now this stuff has been in here for years. So, so another cool look, and it's got little tapioca the pearl tapioca in there. And then this one, these were group projects, so you wouldn't find these on YouTube. I'm pretty sure they were all group things. And then this one had, oh, what are these? Are these the, they're not mustard seeds. Those are mustard seeds. I want to say these are like that anise. I don't have, see? No, that's the star. I don't know what these are. I don't know what they are. But there's another coin that I put on there. You know, I didn't have a whole lot of Halloween decor, but I thought it worked. And then the cheesecloth again. And I'll open it up and kind of drape it out so that it all lays well. Again, remember, these things have been packed for a year or so. And then here's another one. This tag says telegraph this number to the MPA 328080. It will identify me if injured or unconscious. There's this one. Oh, and then on the back it says the Masonic Protective Association, Worcester, Mass, pays sickness and accident indemnity to Masons only. It's kind of cool. So that's on there. And then I've done the wax and the cheesecloth and all that. And are they cool? I think they're very cool. I don't know. They're very different. If you're not into Halloween, you're not going to be digging these, but you have to give it that they're cool. At least you can say that, right? At least that. Here's another thing. I just have like 3 or 4 more things. Not much. I made this that same year that I put out the snake and the spider webs and the bats and the poison and all that. This was another group project. Oh, whoops, and I lost one of my little, I'll put that on later. I haven't used this in years. But I did this, it was like to be a garland, right? Okay. But it was, I thought it was they were old slides. Can you see the old car? This one has an old car. And this one was just a person. But you know, when you, how can I show you? I don't know. But when you show people, let's see, how can I show you? Car showed it there. You can kind of see her. So many shadows and things. That, and then this house, I thought this house was really spooky looking. You can see the house. There you go. You can see the house. And then this was a man. I can't tell. This was a man, and he's standing on some steps with a trench coat on. Isn't he creepy? I thought they were really creepy. You don't remember these? Oh, I'm sure you were there, Marilyn. You've been there a lot. And there's an old car. And then here's another one that was an old car. But these are old, like, slides. So I just punched them. I punched a little punch and then slid the string through them to make a garland. So I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know, being different. And these, I found these really cool wood pieces. They just says ornate wood, $5. But the finish was all cracked and cool looking. This was all original. And so I stuck one of these stickers on here. Yeah, I probably have ruined it now. I'd probably have to soak it off. But they reminded me, it kind of had a bat look. I had them for a long, long time in my box to do something with, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And when I got into doing all this Halloween stuff, I saw them and I thought they kind of had a bat look or kind of a creepy look to them in a way. So I used them as little props. So like I would have my, you know, my bottles in a pumpkin or whatever, and then I kind of tuck that in amongst the display. So that's that. And then here is a ghost bottle. I'm all over the place. You guys, these are different years of things, you know, when you're doing your style. These were different years of things I made. But this one had a really cute hat out of felt. It's black felt. And then there's my little ghosty ghost. And he's got, you know, all like a tassel of lace. You know how I do my tassels? So it has a tassel of lace. And then I covered the bottle with black. It's just an old amber medicine bottle. And I covered it with black tissue paper. And then I just started adding lace and lace and lace and lace. I kind of forgot about this thing. But anyway, he's kind of cute. I mean, his head's not super, it's on there, but yeah, it's a styrofoam ball. I can see it. It's come unglued a little bit. Let's see here, I can stick it back down. It's a styrofoam ball, and I covered it in drop cloth. And, oh yeah, that made it much better. I covered it in drop cloth. I love the hat. I thought the hat was absolutely adorable. And so, there you go. There's my ghost bottle. And then the last thing that, oh, I've got these too. Something for you guys to look for when you're out and about. Oh, I made a little, oh my gosh, how did I even do that? I don't even know what that's made out of, but I got a little ghost in here, a little glitter. Oh, oh, I know what it was. I did not make this. I'm like, wait a minute, what is that? When I ordered the cookies, she sent this. It came with the cookies as a thank you gift. That's what it was. So it came with the, I don't know where the pumpkin cookies went. There they are. It came with these 3 pumpkin cookies. That's what it is. I thought, wait a minute, I didn't make clay ghosts. Anyway, when you're shopping, sometimes you can find these pine cones. They're off of cuckoo clocks. I've sold a ton of them to you guys for your fall decor, but they're heavy, and these 2 were in my box, so I just kind of lay them in amongst your pumpkins and things like that. But they're kind of cool to have, and they make big ones too, like really big ones. I think I have some of those downstairs. So the last thing in the box that I have to show you are these hats, and I think I forgot about them, and I absolutely love them. We made them last year, which is why I forgot about them. But I've got the little tin type picture here. Marilyn, if you're still here, there's a cute idea for your tin types. And I made a little witch's hat for her. And then I made these out of paper bags. See? And I pleated up paper bags, and I made the cone, and I patched it all in with pieces of the paper. and then Mod Podge so that they'd be nice and stiff. I didn't use this other stuff, this golden stuff I've been using. But anyway, isn't that great? And then you can imagine putting it up on a candlestick or something, like a little riser. And then here's another one. Now this one's not tin type. This one's just a regular little cabinet card, they're called. It's just a mini cabinet card. But anyway, isn't that cute? And it's also made out of an old bag. Like there's your store information. It's from Zanesville, Cambridge, St. Clairsville, Shadyside, probably Respecs. They have stores. That's a local store company that we have, and it's probably a Respecs bag, would be my guess. But anyway, so there you go. So if you joined late, I showed all kinds of things. Today, earlier, I did talk about showing you these acorns that I have. So in the group, we did some felting, acorn felting, and I want to say we did some here on the main page as well this last year. I think this is our second year to do them. When I say our, it's my friend Julie and I, we make all this stuff together. But so when you do it and you take your felt, it kind of, see how it's not perfect? It's hard to get it perfect. Okay. But some of them are better than others. And then so we just felted it and then put it in acorn caps. And like this little acorn cap had a baby coming out. And then we used some where we used different colors in it. I thought that was cool. Look at this one with we did a little pinch of gold and a little pinch of green and a little pinch of rust. Here's a little blue one. But anyway, here's a green and white. So we've been making these for our own little bowl fillers. So that's what they look like. And then, like I said, I found people were asking if I'd sell them. I'm like, heck no, they're too much work. So I have these kinds. See how they're perfect? They're so much nicer than mine. But anyway, I have those on the website and these Tammy Loves Vintage if you are interested. I only have 3 bags of each color. So, okay. And then, whoops, I smashed. Oh no, that's mine. Okay. Here are the awesome little, so this is in my little dish from my mom and stepdad. When they left, they got rid of some of their silver stuff. And so I bought some of their pieces, but I loved this little dish. And in the dish, I put my wooden acorns that I bought from Hobby Lobby. And it takes a little time. It's a little messy, but worth it. I Mod Podged book pages onto them. Sheet music. Painted the cap part, which is all one piece. They're carved. You'll see them at Hobby Lobby in their bowl filler decor. And then I use stickles around the edge to get that glittered edge. Okay. I have this one's handwriting, like a handwritten letter or something. That one's got a handwritten journal. There's another handwritten one in there. There's another, like this is I remember these were survey maps, real thin kind of paper survey maps, and I did some of that. So anyway, these sit in my little silver dish for the fall. So I miss that too, Connie. I miss it so much. I think shame on them. Okay, fine. Take the videos from your main page, but the paid groups, they shouldn't have taken those. That was such an awful, I noticed a lot of Facebook people are doing YouTube now, and it really makes you want to do that too, because YouTube accepts all your videos and forever. And if you don't know, I know for sure over 600 videos on YouTube. So if you ever want to look up anything, if you think of something and you wonder if I've made it, you can go to Tammy Loves Vintage on YouTube, and I have my, once you get to my channel, there's a little search bar just for me, and you can search through my videos. They're all, so this is a vertical phone. If you turn your phone this way for landscape, this is how YouTube likes them. So my videos are all vertical because I did them on Facebook and shared them. We've been sharing them over for years. And so that they'll be black on the sides. It's not the best YouTube videos, but they're there, and you get the information that you want. So anyway, if you think, you know, you want to look up a pumpkin or you want to look up a bottle or whatever it is, type in something that I may have put. And probably the shorter the better, because the more words, it's matching all of it. And so, you know, you don't want to say, you know, purple velvet fall pumpkin. You just want to maybe say pumpkin or the word purple or whatever. So I think that's everything that I wanted to show you in the Halloween box. Oh, my poor pumpkins, these things. I just see burnt pumpkins. Isn't that sad? They're still cute though. I mean, they have that Halloween look to them for sure. But I really want them to be orange. And my orange ones, he's just a mess. He's a mess. There's a face in there somewhere if you can find it. He's a mess. But you spend all those hours in the oven and then they don't turn out. It's really disappointing. So, but this one came out pretty orange. But I don't know. This one was probably my favorite, but it didn't even, like, it faded funny back here. I don't know. And I put so much crap in it, you almost can't tell it's a pumpkin. So, anyway, I'm going to try again this year. I got to wait till Randy's out of town, so I'll be oven all day. So you guys, all right. You guys have a great rest of your evening. There's not much left. But yeah, catch the replay. Somebody just must have joined a little bit late. But I did all my Halloween stuff, all of my well, not my witches and spooky, but like all of my spooky bottles and, you know, my pumpkin fails and I shared my, you know, crazy quilt pumpkins. They're amazing. Love those. Love my witches hats. So you can see all of this. Yeah, so there's been some good stuff going on in the group. And like I said, I'm not a super Halloween-y person, but it was fun. You know, I had a couple of years there where I kind of went all in because I was inspired on Instagram. And thought, gee, I'm missing a whole season. I could do some really cool things. Here's another witch that I made with a doll head, a porcelain doll head. Oh, she's a very happy witch. I agree, but she was cute. So, all right, you guys. I'll see you later. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.